Raising kids has never been easy, and in the 21st century, it's not getting any easier. The advent of social media has really complicated and made it difficult for parents to oversee and control the environment that their kids are being exposed to. Today, we're going to review a few clips on this topic, and be sure to stick around to the end of the video for some bonus footage I think you might find interesting. Now, before we get into the video, I want to explain what prompted me to speak on this topic. My 4-year-old niece was in town. We were recently babysitting, so we decided to take her down to the library and pick up a few books. One of the books that she chose was a puzzle book, which was Bible themed. While we were going through these puzzles, one of the pictures was of the walls of Jericho. I'll add a picture here so you can see what I'm talking about. When we were discussing the story of the walls of Jericho, the Israelites walked around the walls 7 times before a miracle created by God allowed the walls to fall, and the Israelites invaded the city and slaughtered everyone, man, woman, and child. Upon telling this story to my 4-year-old niece, her response was, well, who built the walls? And why were they so angry? This really made me think. Now I'm from Atlanta, so I was raised in the Bible Belt in the 20th century, before iPhones, before Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any of that stuff. So a lot of times we all heard the same stories being raised in the Bible Belt. We accepted this as the truth without a lot of critical thinking. This was before you could go on your phone and see bombs being dropped on brown-skinned children of Gaza and things of this nature. Hearing diverse cultures and diverse perspectives on the same story that you're telling as a miracle. Now, most people would take a question like this as an opportunity to do some introspection, an opportunity to do some prayer, maybe even do some research, and really consider the lessons and education that you're providing for your child. If this is the effect that it would have on you, then I would think that it's safe to assume you would probably be a good parent. However, all parents don't necessarily care about the education that their kids are getting. Exhibit A.
This is Miss Glass from your child's school.
Yeah, I know who this is. What's going on?
Hey, I was calling because I'm having a little bit of an issue out of your son today. He is not wanting to sit down in his seat, and he will not stop talking. So
Oh my God, I thought he was sick. So y'all don't handle that?
Well, usually we use our behavior management system, which requires for us to call the parent if the behavior is
Well, it
getting...
don't seem like it's really managing it. If you, y'all can't. I'm trying to work.
And I understand that, and I also am trying to work, but I want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
She's trying to get smart. Okay.
No, ma'am, I'm not trying to get smart. I just want us to work together to ensure the success of your scholar.
Well, what he doing?
He won't sit down and he won't stop talking. Therefore, he's not able
You
to
tell me
complete.
you can't make him sit down.
Well, I can't make a child do anything. I can request it, I can ask it, but I can't make him do it. And so I'm wanting to work together.
Like, I sent him up there to that school because y'all need to know how to handle them. I thought they had teachers that know how to handle kids. If y'all can't handle them, I don't know what you want me to do.
Now, in the past, I've actually worked as a teacher, so I can understand and feel this young lady's pain as she's trying to explain to a parent why her child is being singled out for showing a lack of discipline and a lack of respect for an adult who is his teacher. The parent's response is ridiculous. No empathy for the teacher, no disappointment for her child who is showing signs of disrespect and lack of discipline. And you can always tell as a teacher, if you've ever taught or been around kids, you can tell who has good parents raising their children, investing time, energy, and effort into their child, and what parents just simply don't care and allow their kids to get away with anything. Still, I don't want to only show examples of bad parents, because there are some really good parents out there who are really struggling to curate environments where teachers and other adults have the same views as them. Exhibit B.
Let that be the first and last time I see you do that, please. Take that off. Take that off immediately.
Oh, here, I'll help you. Go ahead. I'll help Take it up, take it up.
And you guys never ever let my son put a dress on, ever.
Okay.
Ever, ever, ever. You understand me? Like ever. Like ever.
No problem. No problem. No worries. You gotta do that. First time and last time. Yeah, first time and last time.
Ever.
Now, if you watch this video closely, you'll see that there are two black boys who have been put into dresses by their teachers. Meanwhile, the white boys in the class seem to be walking around with shorts. I don't think that this was by accident, but I digress. The fact of the matter that I'm trying to emphasize here is even good parents who are just trying to work and leave their kids at daycare or schools don't really know what exactly is being taught and instilled as right or acceptable into their kids. Now, lastly, we have some bonus footage that I want to allow you all to see. But before we get into that, if you've made it this far in the video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button for more videos and more content just like this. Before we get into the bonus footage, I also want to share some closing thoughts. First of all, as I said at the beginning, parenting these days is very hard. So if you see someone doing a good job, be sure to give them that encouragement and say, hey, I like the way that you're raising your kid. Keep up the good work. I want to take this opportunity to salute all the good parents out there. Special shout out to my parents who I feel have done an excellent job raising me. I want to give a special shout out and salute to all of the fantastic teachers out there that are working hard to instill discipline into their kids and showing remarkable displays of patience every single day. Because trust me, it's necessary to keep up with that type of job. And lastly, I want to ask you viewers, what do you think the solution to this is? How can we better curate environments for kids? Do you think that we should start emphasizing homeschooling? Do you think that we should start paying more for private schools? What do you think we should do? Do you think that we shouldn't raise kids in a church environment, synagogues? How do you feel we can better curate environments that are wholesome and best suited for the next generation? Without further ado, check out this bonus footage, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
If we go to war right now, are you confident in this generation that we have right now that these guys are going to go out and storm some beach somewhere? Or there's a small handful of people, most of them probably down around the Bible Belt and down south, that'll actually stand up and fight this country right now. It's scary. Habib's crew in Dagestan could probably come in and take over this country right now because this generation is such a bunch of different mentality. We're getting soft.
Yeah.
We're getting weak. Every 10 years, we get softer and weaker.